This is one of those occasions where I take no pleasure whatsoever in the phrase "I told you so," but I did. I wrote about this in November. I said, as a gay man, mass Muslim immigration terrifies me. And it's not just about terrorism. It's not just about Islamism. It's not about radical Islam. It's not about political Islam. Any of the other euphemistic phrases that the media uses to try to distract attention from the fact that we have an Islam problem. I'm a Brit. I'm from Europe. I spend most of my time in America, partly because of what Europe is becoming as a result of mass Muslim immigration. That's one of the main reasons I'm here in America, to get away from it. And it is horrifying to me to see the greatest, the deadliest, the bloodiest mass shooting in America's history being Muslim on gay crime. This is what I've been writing about for years. The minority wars that the progressive left has put into effect by creating this hierarchy of victimhood, by in effect warring, minorities against one another. The whole, demanding gay marriage, setting gays and the religious right against each other, and all sorts of other inter-minority conflicts that the left profits from, which is why it triggers them in the first place. It's mystifying to me why the progressive left has put Muslims at the top of the victimhood pyramid, the top of the victimhood hierarchy. It's particularly worrying because Muslims want to kill everybody else on that hierarchy. They want to kill the gays, the trannies, the blacks, you name it. They don't have much respect for women. This is going to be a problem for America for decades to come unless we decide, the people out there decide and use their power at the ballot box to vote a president who is strong about this. America has got to decide very simply if it wants female emancipation, gay rights, and tolerance for other skin colors and religious persuasions and other points of view, or if it wants Islam. The choice is really that simple. We're going to head down to Orlando. I'm going to give a talk. I won't say which college yet because we haven't completely confirmed it, but it'll be one of the big colleges in Orlando, probably on Tuesday night. I'm going to give a lecture about what the left has done to women and to homosexuals by mollycoddling and making excuses for Islam. What the products of the progressive left's endless pandering to Muslims and to radical Islam have been. And what happened in Orlando is just the latest example, by the way. One thing I've observed is that the people who are keen to leave Europe, the people who are keen to divorce Britain from the European Union, tend to be the people who are a little sounder, a little more sensible on the Islamic issue. And I think that's because they recognize that the European elites, the Brussels and Luxembourg crowd, don't have any political will whatsoever to save themselves, to save their own civilizations, to save their own minorities, to save Western democratic capitalism from the influx represented by Syrian migrants, whatever it is. Now, Germany has demonstrated that it is completely incapable of defending itself from a culture-defining shift in the nature of its population, is welcomed in 1.4 million that we know about, dramatically and fundamentally altering the fabric of that country. Now, one of the things that Britain can do to send a message that it does not share the same doomed fate as the rest of Europe would be to remove itself from the European Union, keep them as trading partners, but not get involved in all the open borders and endless, welcoming of cultures that really are completely incompatible with our way of life. That, I think, would send a very powerful message. It seems to me the biggest threat to Western civilization, the biggest threat to democracy, to civil rights, all of the things that we hold dear, all the things we cherish, all the things that have made our countries great, that's Western Europe and America, all the things that make them the best countries in the world. The single greatest threat to all of those things is Islam. And it seems to me that the people who want Britain to leave the European Union are the same people who are sounding the alarm as I am, which is about all I need to know on the subject.